All right, start off with your name.
Alright, my name's Yosef.
I'm Sean. Sharia.
My name's LJ.
And so, this year, the COVID-19 is here and stuff. So,
Here to
how,
say.
yeah, how has the COVID-19 affected your life?
COVID-19 has affected my life because now I get to see how insane people really are. Like, it's not like I didn't already fucking know that, but it's like people are in my face with it. Like, it's like they want me and everyone else in my atmosphere to know how fucking crazy they really are. We got the situation with the Karens and the Beckys and, the Gertrudes and shit going crazy over small shit because they don't want to wear masks. They feel like, I don't understand the concept. They feel like they're fucking slaves because they have to keep their stank ass breath covered.
Really, it really haven't affected it besides going on road trips and traveling to different states. But besides that, it really hasn't.
The way it affected me was the money. Gave us $1,200 in our pockets. It gave us $1,200 in our pockets. It got me some food on my table, basically.
COVID-19 has affected me in a lot of ways. One, because of COVID-19, I'm no longer working at the moment. Housing, trying to find a house, trying to find a place to live is a whole lot more difficult. I mean, it was difficult anyways in Atlanta, just with the prices and the hoops you have to jump through to find a place and get a place. Going out, trying to have a social life, it's definitely stomped that down a whole lot. I still hang out. I hang around a few people, but I still keep like the 6 feet distance, and okay, that's fine.
The second question is, name or explain good things that Donald Trump has done for the country, and did any of those affected you directly?
Ooh, 3 things Donald Trump did that was good. During this pandemic or during his reign of terror? Well, I gotta say that he is honest to his words, and I guess it brought a little bit more too much honesty that he did. That's also a good thing, also a bad thing, but it's considered a good thing in my situation. But Donald Trump also is a business person, and he did put some jobs on the line. That was good. Also, he kind of, I guess you want to say, build off what he was going to say, even though it wasn't really privileged to what he's supposed to do, but he did do what was done and what needs to be done.
The 3 things that he's done for the country: he has marginalized the Latino demographic by calling them rapists and criminals that are bringing drugs and crime into the United States, even though the rich 1% are the ones that keep hiring them and bringing them across the border. He's erected a wall that can't seem to defeat the wind for whatever reason, because, blow down. And what's another one? Donald Trump has also erected the ideology of grab 'em by the pussy. None of these concepts, I don't see how this shit has anything to do with me. I don't see how it's affected me positively. It might have given me a good laugh here and there until I got tired of it.
3 things the president has done to to affect the country and me, possibly in a positive way. 0. Or better yet, no. He has exposed a lot of the racism that we thought was gone. He exposed a lot of the problematic and the old ways that no longer that no longer do any good. History, how I see history, people do the best they can with what they have at the time, or with the thinking, the knowledge they have at the time. So, looking back at certain events and certain things, yes, this sort of this is a baseline morality, but they did what they thought, right or wrong, was best at the time.
One good thing, he gave the VA a raise, and that affected me in a good way. Got more money. He did stimulus, and I also got paid from that. But I feel like it helped like everybody out. And then another one is he stopped like certain countries from disliking us. So I feel like kind of affected me, kind of didn't, but I feel like he helped everybody in a way.
Is tell me about the single most important event in your life and why it was important and how it affected you today.
Joining the military, because by joining the military, it helped me like get to know different people that I would never know before, and then it taught me structure, and then after I left, it got me to be retired. So so I feel like it set me up, financially and far as like communicating with people.
I kind of hate that you asked me the question because off the top of my head, I can't really think of a single important event. I mean, they're all sort of important. There's when you're younger, from a baby to I'll say about 12, 13, you're still figuring out yourself and the world around you, trying to settle in who you are and be comfortable, and then figure out and explore and learn more about the world around you. And for me, when I was a kid, it felt like, it sort of felt like, you're not a complete person. So it sort of felt like even though I was, it felt like I was along for the ride, I didn't really have a whole lot of choice in certain things. And that's because, it's because your parents, they do what's best. They do what they think is best for you and for the family.
The most thing important to me really is my library. Helped me get my business going. Like, reading a lot of books actually helped me get into where I was right now. Writing, drawing, preaching, speaking, basically living. And knowing my own things, I went camping. So yeah, even though it's like one thing, it's a lot of things at the library that really helped me. No matter what others are out there doing or saying, you can really learn a lot more at the library than going to school. And that's saying something.
The single most important event in my life in regards to 2020 was seeing the backlash and the violence in regards to George Floyd at the hands of police. I have been telling people for a while, like, you can only do shit to people for so long before they come after you and get violent. And, in regards to the police, you got motherfuckers, like, going to police stations, burning shit, throwing shit through windows, flipping over police cars, throwing rocks at the police. I'm just like, it's gonna get worse. Like, the riots, if you think about it, it's not really much different from COVID, because it will come in waves if this shit does not stop. And I'm anticipating, like, George Floyd, that situation, that got, like, global news. And it didn't stop there, because, like, people are still being targeted now that the riots are starting to calm down and get a little bit more peaceful. But that's not going to last for too long, because eventually there's going to come more violent riots, and it's going to be much worse than the first time around, because, y'all motherfuckers want to attack people when they're being peaceful, but y'all like lose your fucking balls when they start getting more aggressive than you. So I think that says a lot right there. And honestly, as far as the country in a whole, I think America is just like a real shithole country. So whenever people talk about like y'all need to go back to Africa, I'm just like, oh, okay, we can do that. Just don't follow us. Bye.
Okay, well, that's all right. That's all I have to ask and stuff. But that concludes our interview, and I hope you have a wonderful July.
All right, I will try. Coronavirus! Coronavirus! Shit is getting